Hello, Sergio?
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine. Here in home. Starting a class now.
Yes, I'm just waiting for more students to arrive, but we're going to be practicing our conversation, so we can just get started. So, how are you today? What's new?
Sorry, my
Um,
day.
yeah, tell me about your day.
I'm working all the day
Mm-hmm.
until 7 o'clock at the afternoon,
Mm-hmm.
and after I went to the gym
Oh, okay.
for
Good for you.
an hour,
Good for you.
a complete day.
Yes, a very complete day, and now you're taking a class.
Yes, a
And
good way to start week
yeah, Sergio, remind me, where do you come from?
from Spain.
Oh, okay. And which part of Spain?
In the center, Madrid.
Oh, wonderful. I love Madrid.
Yes. Have you stayed yet?
Oh, yes.
Yet.
I've traveled a lot in Spain because, whoops, we got some feedback. Sorry, Abad, I had to mute you.
Here.
It's very loud. Abad, can you try hanging up and starting again? It's very loud. I can't hear. Okay, that's better. Now I now I can't hear so much feedback. Sorry about that, Sergio. Um, yes, I used to live in Spain actually. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Oh, hi Omar.
Hi, teacher. How are you?
Good. How are you today?
I'm doing great, thank you. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too. And what did you do today?
Today I go to buy some things at the supermarket, and I I joined two classes of English.
Mm-hmm.
And no, I didn't do anything. I don't do anything. I didn't do anything today.
Mm-hmm. Well, it sounds like
Anything
you did
special.
something. You're studying English and going grocery shopping. That's enough for one day.
Yeah.
And how's your dog?
Oh, he's fine. 3 days ago he was sick.
Mm,
Maybe
your
for the
puppy.
cold. Yeah, but now it's better.
That's good. I think there's a cold going around. I was sick
Yeah.
last week. Did you get sick?
No, just my dog.
Just your dog.
It was the only of the house.
Oh yeah, yeah, the only one. Well, my cat got sick before, but it was really cute. She'd go achoo, achoo, and little kitten sneezes.
Oh.
Okay, and then we've got a new student here with us today. Is it Abad? Is that your name? How do I say your name? Are you there? Okay, so I can't hear you just yet, but maybe you can turn on your microphone. So, uh, hi.
Hi,
Hi. I think it's good if you turn off your video.
that's okay.
Yes? So how do you say your name? Where are you from? Okay, it seems like we got some trouble there. All right, so for everyone else, today we're going to be doing a class on conversation starters. So these are questions that you can ask anyone to get a conversation going. And the point is just to speak today. So we're all going to be speaking a lot, and we're going to use these questions to start a conversation. So let me send you the link to the page with the questions. And you can take a look. It's in the chat on Google+. If you click on the blue button that says chat, you'll see the document with the questions, and then we can get started. Can everyone see the document?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so Omar, why don't you go first, and you can take a look at those questions and ask me one of the questions on the list, and we'll practice our conversation, okay?
Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, the first one. What do you do? No. What do you? What do you now? What do you know now that you wish you knew then?
Hey, are you listening to me?
Yes, I can hear you. It's just very loud. Your microphone is very loud.
I don't know why. You can unmute me.
Okay, so if you want to turn off your
Okay?
yes, if you
Yeah.
want to turn off your microphone and turn it back on again when you have to speak, okay? So just turn on your microphone
Okay.
when it's
Okay.
your turn to speak. Okay, thanks. Great. Okay, so Omar asked me the question, what do you know now that you wish you knew then? Okay, so what does that question mean? That's a really good question. I'm going to type it into the chat. What do you know now that you wish you knew then? So what does that mean? Omar, do you know what that means?
Yeah, um, it's relative to the past because it's something that maybe if you knew in the past, it was better to know that. But
Mm-hmm.
now you know, but it was better in the past.
Mm-hmm. So something, a
More
lesson.
useful. Yeah.
Yeah, something like a lesson that you've learned from the past that you wish you could have known this lesson then so you wouldn't have made that mistake. So for me, what do I know now that I wish I knew then? I would have to say that I wish I knew when I was in college, I wish I knew how easy it is to travel all around the world by yourself. So when I was in college and at my university, I was very nervous to travel all alone. I was scared and I didn't think I could do it. But after I graduated, when I finished my degree, I traveled for over a year by myself around Europe. So I traveled for 4 months by myself, and then I lived in Germany for 1 year. And I wish I had known when I was in college that I could travel and not be scared, because I think I would have gone to other countries and perhaps studied abroad in a foreign country. So that's my answer. So what's your answer to that question, Omar? What do you know now that you wish you knew then?
Definitely, I would say that learn English because when I was in the school, I didn't pay too much attention to that, and I was just doing my homework. Now it's more difficult because I am in college and I have more things to do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and in that time, it was if I had studied in that time,
Mm-hmm.
now I my English will be better.
That's a good point because I feel the same way about Spanish. I could have studied more Spanish when I was in high school, so I think we all have that regret of not studying harder when that was the only thing we had to do. Good.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. How about Sergio? Do you want to pick a question from the list?
Okay, you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I the similar situation to you, but in English.
Mm-hmm.
I now have more English. I prefer or with the money better.
Mm-hmm.
If I know how is the situation, economic situation in Spain. If
Oh.
I knew 5 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
I I I've saved more money
Mm-hmm.
than I have.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Five
Yeah.
years ago, we spent a lot of money,
Mm-hmm.
and the problem we don't have.
So what can Spain do to recover?
Pues,
It's a big question, I know.
it's a big question.
Mm-hmm.
Politics don't know to do.
Mm-hmm. So the
Let
politicians.
me,
Mm-hmm.
politicians, they don't know to make with this situation.
Yes, I think that it's a difficult thing to do to figure out how to get out of a recession. And Spain has a lot of reasons to look inside and figure out how to fix Spain and fix their economy before they start looking outside. So I think that's definitely a good, I wish I knew that back then. Okay, Sergio, why don't you pick our next question and you can ask me any of the questions on the list.
Uh, have you ever won a trophy?
You don't have to do them in order. You can ask whichever one you like. If you want to ask
And
that one, that's fine.
another.
Okay, yeah, any one
Uh,
you want, whichever one you want.
what is your favorite thing about your mom,
Oh,
for
good
example?
question. Yeah. What is my favorite thing about my mom? My favorite thing about my mom is she's very funny. She can always make me laugh, but she doesn't tell everyone, she doesn't show how funny she is to everyone, only to me and my brothers and my dad. So she's very sarcastic. You know this word? Do you know that? Are you familiar with the term sarcastic? So it's a type of humor that's very, it can be kind of like sharp or making fun of people, but it's funny, especially if you're not the joke. Okay, and we've got David here with us. Hi, David. Good to see you again.
Hi, teacher. Thanks.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine, and you?
Good, but I only have 2 people in my class. What's up with that?
Well, it's better for us.
Yeah, that's true. You get more practice. So we are practicing and asking conversation starters. So oh, and we've got Elcio here. Hi, Elcio. Good to see you again. That's better. We need more people.
Hello,
And
hello, hello.
hi, hi. So here's the link to the document with the questions. So you can see which questions we're talking about today, and the ones in red are the ones that have already been asked. Okay? All right, so let me ask David a question from the list. Let's see. Um, what is the story behind one of your scars? Do you know what a scar is?
No.
Okay, so scars are marks on your body from like an injury. For example, Harry Potter has the lightning scar.
Okay. Okay.
So, do you have any scars?
Mm, mm, I have I have one
Mm-hmm.
in
Okay.
my head.
What's the story behind that scar?
Oh, I have a sad.
Okay, you don't have to tell it. We
I
can do a
have
different one.
no, I can tell.
Okay.
It was it's not cancer. It's
Mm-hmm.
just a small,
A tumor?
a little ball.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yes, but not bad tumor.
Okay. Yeah, just like the.
There are two kinds of tumor. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know how to
It
say.
you could say it's a cyst.
Yes, cyst. It
Mm-hmm.
was a little cyst, and I take it off,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a little scar in my head.
How old were you?
33.
Oh, okay. I thought this was when you were a child. But you're fine?
I have other scar in my knee.
Mm-hmm.
I I hurt the ligament of the knee playing soccer.
Mm-hmm. That's a
Let me
very
see.
common injury.
Yes. Let me see other scar.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
I don't have any scars, but I do have a dent. There's a dent in my forehead, so it's like it goes like this because I ran into a door when I was a child. So we
mm,
all have scars. Okay, so
yes.
David, it's your turn to ask a question. You can ask anyone in the class. The questions, for those of you who just joined us, we've got, I'm not sure if it's Abed or Abed. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Um, and then we've got Antonio with us. So here's the link to the questions. Are you
Hello?
there? Hi,
Yes, hi. Hello.
how are you?
Very good. And you?
Good. So the link to the questions is in the Google chat, and we're just asking
I'm
each other these conversation starters.
okay.
Okay?
I'm
So,
looking for the questions here. Okay.
and we've got another Omar with us. We've got two Omars in one class.
Hello everyone.
Hi, Omar, where are you from?
I I came from Morocco.
Where?
Morocco, North Africa.
Morocco.
Yes.
Great. Well, welcome to the class.
Thank you.
Here's the link for the questions. Did you get that?
Yes.
Okay, so it's going to be David's turn, and David, you can ask anyone in the class one of the questions from the link.
I'm gonna ask for Omar.
Okay, which one? The one from Mexico or the one from Morocco?
There is two.
Yeah?
Yeah. Omar Christie.
Okay, so
I don't know
Omar from
where
Mexico.
he's from. Hey Omar, what song do you love to dance to?
Oh, good question. Did you hear the question, Omar? Oh, sorry, Omar, I thought you were from Mexico. You're from Bolivia?
Yes.
Why did I think you were from Mexico?
No.
Okay, sorry about that. So Omar from Bolivia, excuse me. What song do you love to dance to?
Dance. It's difficult to choose just one, but I think that maybe will be I don't know, but I love to play Just Dance on Wii.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know the game?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and you can dance a lot of music, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
songs, and it's funny. I think that my favorite is Rasputin. I don't know. Yeah, it's Rasputin.
Mm-hmm.
It's an it's classic. I'd
A
like it.
classic dance. And
Yeah,
do you prefer to dance or to sing?
to dance.
See, I prefer to sing because I'm not a good dancer. Not at all. Okay, that's good. How about you, David? Which song do you love to dance to?
I'm not a good dancer too.
Not a big dancer. Do you like to sing?
No, no, too. I'm,
No?
I'm
Maybe,
bad
yeah.
in everything.
Well, I'm sure you're not bad at everything, but maybe just singing and dancing.
Yeah.
All right. What about other Omar from Morocco? Is there a song you love to dance to?
Mm, I don't actually have a favorite one. I like to dance on all kind of music.
Mm-hmm. Most people they dance only once or twice a year, usually during someone's wedding. That's when I like to dance, is at weddings.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and how about is it? I still don't know if it's Abed or Abad or
Ah,
Abd.
yeah.
Okay. So is there a song you love to dance to?
Um, no, I don't love dance actually.
We've got a class full of non-dancers. Okay, so
Yeah.
Abd, why don't you pick our next question and you can ask anyone in the class.
Okay. If you could have a drink with someone from history, who would it be?
Oh, this is my favorite question. If you could have a drink with someone from history, who would it be? That's a great question. So, who are you asking this question?
I think Omar from Morocco.
Okay, so Omar from Morocco. If you could have a drink with someone from history, who would it be?
Mm, I love physics, so uh, I'd rather prefer to have a drink with Einstein. He's my
Mm-hmm.
favorite person.
Yes, so
And this class,
Omar's,
yeah.
are
Mhm.
you a physicist?
Yes,
So Einstein is the perfect choice.
yes, I know.
What would you ask him?
Lots of questions about his works on relativity.
Mm-hmm. Great. That's a good choice. Why don't you ask someone else in the class the same question?
Okay. Uh, for David, if you could have a drink with someone from history, how would it be?
Hey Omar, first I'm a physicist too.
Ah, we're a bunch of non-dancers and physicists.
I
Woohoo!
did a
Yeah.
good choice.
Yeah.
Well, maybe let me see. If Omar have a drink with Einstein, I will have a drink with Schrödinger,
Okay. So we get, is that another
other
physicist?
physicist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what would you ask him?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Other question?
No, what would you ask Eringer?
I don't know. I will ask for him teach something to me.
Yeah. Share the secrets of the universe.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. What about you, Elcio? If you could have a drink with someone from history, who would it be?
I I drink with I would be God, perhaps.
Whoa, that's a big one.
It's a very important people
Yeah, only the
to
most important
to
for
drink
Elcio.
because I will speak about many things
Mm-hmm.
about the future,
Your future
about
or the future?
in general
Mm-hmm.
future.
Mm-hmm.
I uh,
Wow.
I don't have know my future.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think anyone does. So I don't want to know, I don't want to know too much about my future, but I want to know like one or two things, so I'd ask that. But I don't think I'd pick God. Um, what about let's
Type
see.
type assim, I will be rich one day.
Yeah, will I be rich? Will I
When
will I live to be 100? How old will I be when I die? Imagine if you could know that.
yes, I have no fears of that, of
But you
dying.
wouldn't you wouldn't want to know?
I'm not.
Hmm. I want to know. I want to be prepared, especially if I'm going to not going to be very old. I'll try to change it. I'll eat more vegetables. How about you, Antonio? If you could have a drink with someone from history, who would it be?
I think I would like to drink a beer with Sean Lennon.
Sean Lennon. John
I
Lennon?
think so. Yes, I think so. Because I really like how he think and the message for the war and never give up and fight for the freedom. They're a good thing for me.
Hmm. And what questions would you ask him?
Oh, I don't know really. I think only to talk and drink and have fun and depend the moment. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that he'd be a great choice for someone to spend just a drink, and hear his thoughts on the world. Very
Yes.
good. Yeah, I would pick that one, but if I had to pick one, that's tough. If I had to pick someone from history to have a drink with, I would have a drink with Shakespeare because I want
Really?
to know, yes, I want to know if he was a real person. I mean, I know he was a real person, but I want to know if he really did write all of his plays. And I want to meet the genius who wrote all of the plays of Shakespeare.
Yes.
I went to his home in England. I went to visit his home in Stratford upon Avon, and it made me want to meet him.
A good choice.
Hmm. Okay, so Antonio, why don't you pick our next question, please?
Okay. Um, who was the best boss you ever worked for?
Okay, and who are you
To
asking this question to?
Abel Mal.
Okay,
Abel Mal. Yes. Okay.
so
Abel.
Abd, who was the best boss you ever worked for?
Also, I'm a student. I'm a college student, so I never worked.
Oh, so you're just a student. How about who was the best teacher you ever had?
Teacher, I think my math professor at college.
Hmm.
He's a genius. He works in a famous company.
Hmm.
Computer. So he explained to us the theory and the explanations, not how we can solve the problems, just solve it in the exam
Hmm.
in lectures. I think he's a professional.
The best teacher. Um,
Yeah,
so what do you study?
engineering.
Engineering. Okay. So we have two physicists and an engineer.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Do you want to ask someone else that same question?
So same question. Yeah, you want to ask David? The same. Hey,
This is
David.
it. Hi.
So the question
Yeah.
is, who was the best boss you ever worked for?
Okay, when I were a boy, I worked in a place where we I don't know how to explain but when you take a lot of paper and put uh, a wire in one side of the paper to make a notebook,
Oh,
how
okay.
how
So,
can I say that?
well, were you printing books or just making notebooks?
Just making notebooks, putting a wire.
So was it a factory? Could you say a notebook factory?
It's a small factory,
Mm-hmm.
just for put the wire in one
Mm-hmm.
side of the notebook.
Okay, so
We
yeah, you could still say factory even if it's very small.
we make a hole in the paper
Mm-hmm.
and put the wire. Then
The coil.
Mm-hmm. So those are called spiral
Yeah.
bound notebooks because they have this spiral of the wire that goes through
yes,
them, and they're bound with that spiral bound.
yes, I
Mm-hmm.
worked there and I get that. And and one day I put uh, I make notebooks with the wrong cover,
Uh-huh.
and and I and I and my boss
Mm-hmm.
and I thought that I were wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That my boss and and I asked for my co-workers and I mm, remade
Mm-hmm.
all the notebooks with the other the other cover.
Mm-hmm.
And my boss, when my boss came back, he said to me that the notebooks was not wrong, were not wrong,
Mm-hmm.
and but I thought that he would be angry with me,
Mm-hmm.
but he said to me that I unless I I took a decision
Mm-hmm.
and that was important, and I think he was my best boss that I had.
Oh, he sounds like an understanding person.
Yeah.
Um, just a reminder, David, if you are talking about yourself in the past, and you're saying when I was a child or when I was a boy, and then I was working or something like that. And then if you're talking about other people, like um, we were, me and the employees, we were something like
Okay.
that. So just a different,
In that music from Beyonce, if I were a boy.
yeah, right. That's actually, I mean, it's a different grammatic construction, but there's just maybe for you, just a chance to review the difference between I was and you were, and then it's back to he was and she was, but then we were. So it doesn't follow, it follows an irregular pattern for verb conjugation. So to be is an irregular verb in the past. So maybe take a look at if you have any, if you want to Google that, just to review that real quick. Okay, all right, David, why don't you pick a new question? We got plenty of questions to get through and ask someone who hasn't spoken much yet. I want everyone a chance to speak a lot today.
Okay. Let me see. Antonio. No. Yes, Antonio.
Yeah.
What is a good place to travel, but you wouldn't want to live there?
I love that
Brazil?
question.
Uh, I don't know. Maybe I think that would be a good place. Maybe a big city. I don't know. Maybe Beijing or maybe Tokyo would be a good place to know about the culture, the food, the people. But I think I won't like to be there, to live there, because it's too much crowded, the poor transportation, a lot of people. Maybe I think not too much green place. And I don't know. I never been there, but I would like to go. But I think I don't. I prefer live in another place.
Yeah, that's a good answer because I think you're right. It's like a place like Tokyo would be so fun to visit, but to live there, it's so crowded and so busy. There's lots of
Yeah.
traffic, but it'd be so cool to visit. It'd be a great city to visit.
Yes.
Hmm. Great, Antonio. Why don't you ask someone else that question? That's a great question.
Okay. The same question to other people,
Hmm.
other person. Um, to who asked me?
David asked you.
David. The same question to Omar.
Okay, which one? Because we do have two in the
Ah,
class.
Omar Christian.
Okay,
Omar Christian. I don't know.
Omar from Bolivia.
Okay. Um. Okay. What is good place? What you know? Okay. I think that maybe would be. Mm, I agree with you with Tokyo because it's a nice place to visit.
Hmm.
But live there, I don't think so. And also, I think maybe French,
Hmm.
because I want to travel there, and maybe I'm going to travel there next year, but I don't think so that I'm going to be able to live there. I mean, I don't know. It's not for me.
Yeah, I feel the same way also about France. I mean, I want to live there, but not in Paris because it's a beautiful country and I'd like to learn to speak French. I don't think it would be that difficult for me because I love to learn languages, but I think that Paris would be too much, and they say that the French people are not that friendly to
Yeah.
outsiders. So maybe that's why you feel that way. They're worried that they won't be very nice.
Yes.
Okay, do you want to ask a new question, Omar? And maybe you can ask the other Omar a question.
Okay. Okay. To other Omar. And let's see. Okay. If you did not need money, what would you do for work?
Okay, so before you answer that question, Omar, if you did not need the money, what would you do for work? I want to work on the pronunciation of this word money because a lot of foreign language learners pronounce it money, but you really want to stress it's the letter, almost like the letter E in our alphabet. It's mun, E, money. Can everyone repeat after me? Money,
Money.
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 Good. Okay? All
Maureen?
right. So Omar from where was it? Morocco. If you
Yes,
did not
yes.
need the money, what would you do for work?
Uh, if I did not need the money, I would like to work as a farmer. I like it as a job. It's
To work as a farmer, really?
yeah, yes.
Great. No, that's wonderful. I think we need more farmers.
Actually, I've been doing that for three months.
Farming.
Yes,
And do you grow food or do you grow plants for food?
food. Yes, food.
What do you grow?
Vegetables.
Vegetables.
Vegetables. Yes.
What kind? Tomatoes?
Tomatoes, carrots, potatoes.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Mm.
That's awesome. We have some tomatoes here at my house, but they won't be ready until July.
Yeah, that's you have to wait a little.
Well, you have a dry climate in Morocco, in the um, in the cities, outside the cities. Can you grow lots of vegetables?
Yes, yes.
That's good.
It's not Morocco is not completely a dry region.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we have some place where it snows.
Like in the mountains, right?
Yes, a region called Ifran.
Mm-hmm.
It's it snows there.
Yeah. Cool. Well, a farmer, that's so great. I love that. I think that many times when people work, they want to feel like they are doing something, that they are growing food or
Mhm.
building something. So it's a good feeling to look at your work and say, I did that.
Yes.
Okay. Omar, you want to ask that question to someone else or maybe a new question even?
Okay.
No,
Oh
other.
no, it wasn't for me. Sorry, see.
Yeah, that's okay. I know it's confusing. Two
Yeah,
Omars. It's the
confused.
first time
Uh,
I've ever had two Omars.
the question is for Antonio. If you did not need the money, that's all. What would you do for work?
Uh, I don't work. No, I think that uh, I would like to work traveling, sightseeing, tourism. I only travel around the world and meet people and tasting all the food in all the parts of the world. I think
Mm-hmm.
this is a good with the people that I love, maybe my girlfriend, my friends, my family, and like a big bus with my uh, people and go around the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be the way to do, to travel. Perhaps you could be a travel writer.
Uh, if
Yeah.
I
Yeah, you could write about your travel.
yes, yes, yes,
Hmm
I like it.
If you worked in this job over teaching English over the internet, you can travel anywhere and teach as long as you have the internet, as long as you have Wi-Fi.
Is
Uh,
you think it's the same? You are saying that maybe teaching English in online you can know a lot of people of different parts of the world. You are
yeah,
saying that? Ah, yes.
pretty much. You can travel and meet people, and if you're in the same city as the person who is your student, you can say, I'm in France. We should meet and have a lesson or something." But what I mean is you can travel and work from your computer, which is the best part of this job. Like, for example, I'm in California, but later in the summer, I'm going to Germany. So I'll be teaching
Nice.
Verbling classes from Germany with no problem.
Very good. And
Yeah.
did you arrange this travel in Berlin?
Yes, I'm going
Yes.
to. Yes, I'm going to be teaching here, and then I'll take 2 weeks to go over there and like have a little vacation, and then start teaching again.
Very good.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's a great thing to do, to travel and see the world while you can. I want to ask the same question to Abd. Are you still there? If you did not need the money, what would you do for work?
Yeah, yeah. Um, Um, I think I don't know. Tourist guide.
Sorry?
You listening to me? Yeah, tourist guide.
Oh, a tourist guide. Yeah, yeah. And would you do that in your city?
Yeah. No, 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 no. I'm Egyptian. I'm from Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a lot of tourist places,
Mm-hmm.
um, but I visited.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanna go to Italy.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's very interesting.
You know, in Italy, you have to take I think you have to take an exam to become a tour guide. At least in Rome, I think you have to pass an exam to become a tour guide. So that might
Really?
be, yeah, I think so because they have so much to see and there's so much to visit in Rome that you have to
Yeah.
become an expert before they'll let you be a tour guide, at least a legal tour guide. Okay,
Do you
so
have many?
sorry, I couldn't
Do
hear
you
that.
have touristic sites at America?
In my town?
At USA? You have?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes, yes, yes. See, I live in California, and we have the missions. So these were these buildings built by the Spaniards who came over here, and they settled in California, and they built the mission. So each of these, lots of cities in California have a mission, and that's a tourist site. So we have one here in Santa Barbara. And of course, we have the beach and we have the mountains. So it's lots of outdoor activities.
Yeah, nice, nice.
Yeah, it's very nice. In fact,
Yeah, I saw them.
I might even go to the beach after this lesson is finished. Um, okay, and let's see here. I want to ask Elcio a question. Um, here's a good one. Elcio, what is your warmest birthday memory? So, what is your happiest memory of your birthday in your whole life?
Oh, let me see. Uh, I don't have many interesting birthdays.
No?
No, it's just ever I ever pass my birthdays with my family, with my
Mm-hmm.
friends. But when I I was in my 30, I have a big party.
Mm-hmm. Is that for
Many
your
friends,
30th birthday party?
yes.
Mm-hmm.
3 days,
Whoa.
direct, many beer,
Mm-hmm.
many Scots.
Mm-hmm.
Is a, I remember that is a very big party.
Yeah. Did you get a present?
No, for my, uh, I gave you some presents for my daughter and my wife.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Um, when is your birthday, Elcio? Is it?
October,
Oh,
October 5.
oh, that's a good date to have a birthday. It's a nice month, October. See, my birthday is a holiday but not in the United States. In other countries, my birthday is a holiday, and sometimes we celebrate the holiday with my family. But I was born on January 6th, so that's a holiday in some countries. Do they celebrate it where you live, Elcio?
6th January?
Mm-hmm.
No,
No? In some
no.
countries, it's the day that the three kings brought the presents to the baby Jesus. So in some countries, like in Spain and in France, it's a special day for the Catholic Church, for the Catholic faith. So in my family, we celebrate my birthday, but we also celebrate this holiday called the Epiphany.
In United States, you have few holidays, not so
Well,
much. In Brazil, we have a lot of holidays.
how many per month?
Uh, per month, I don't know, but a year is uncountable.
Yeah, well, maybe you just know how to party.
And I have surprised with the holidays in Brazil.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, we have more holidays you might know. You just maybe you've never heard of them before. In fact, I had a class on holidays the other day, so maybe I'll do that one again. All right, Elsia, why don't you pick another question and ask someone who hasn't spoken in a while?
I have a good question.
Okay.
Um, for um, for you.
Okay, for me. No, pick someone else because I speak English all day. Let's give someone else a chance to work on their conversational English.
Let me type in chat box.
Okay?
What your the best advice?
Mm-hmm.
Let me let me find the right question.
Okay.
One moment,
Sure.
teacher.
Is it from the Google Docs? Is it
Ah, okay.
what was some good advice your father gave you?
Yes, exactly.
Here, I'll type that in the chat. So who are you going to ask that?
Yes. What was good advice that your father gave you?
Okay, and who is going to answer that question?
To you?
To me? Okay.
Yes.
Some good advice my father gave me was to save your money and to never drink vodka because he said it's too strong and you won't know how strong it is until it's too late. And I think that was some good advice. I followed it. I never drink vodka. Um, okay, let's hear from, let's see, how about Omar from Morocco? What was some good advice your father gave you?
Uh, he said once to me that if you have faith, you can conquer the world and never give up.
If you have what, you can conquer the world?
Faith.
Feet?
Yes.
Wow, that's a wise saying. If you have faith, you can conquer the world. Hopefully not literally.
Mhm.
Um, okay, that's a good one. Do you want to ask someone else that question or perhaps pick one final question?
Okay, I'm going to pick one question.
Okay.
The question is, how would you explain love to somebody who had never heard of it before?
Oh, this is a tough one. How would you explain love to somebody who had never heard of it before? Okay, and who do you want to answer that question?
For my neighbor, Almar.
Okay, for other Omar. Omar, how would you explain love to somebody who had never heard of it before?
Oh, tough question.
It's a
uh,
challenge.
yeah, I don't know. Um, maybe I think the most important thing that you can say is that if you knew it, you knew it.
If you feel it, you know it. Now, how would you
um,
describe it?
I don't know.
It's tough.
If I don't know, you if you like someone, you want to stay with him or her. I don't know.
hmm
Um, if that is if that is the only thing that you want all the time.
It's true. It certainly feels like that, but that might be more of a crush. I think the best way to explain it is when you feel like you are home. I like that. I like when people say when you feel like you're at home around this person. So you could be in Antarctica, you could be in Australia, you could be in any country in the world, but you feel like you're at home, you're comfortable, and you feel like yourself when you're around that person. And that's some good advice. Wait until you know it, until you feel it. Okay, do you want to ask maybe one other person that same question? Or a different one? Got like 1 minute?
Okay. To Antonio. Okay. How would you explain love to somebody who had never heard it before?
Well, I don't know really. I suppose that maybe uh, when you want to give to other person of that you can, of that you have,
Mm-hmm.
without expect nothing from the other person. Just you want to the other person be happy and feel good, and you feel happy too if you watch the other person enjoy it. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. Uh,
No, that's
I think so.
beautiful. That's great. That was a fantastic response. Don't forget, though, if you use a negative thing, like without expecting, the without part is a negative. So you
Yes.
want to say without expecting anything, not without
Okay.
expecting nothing. But you're really close
Okay.
on that one. Yes,
Okay.
that's so true. It's when you feel like giving everything without expecting anything back. Excellent.
Yes.
All right, guys, that's it for today. Good lesson and great conversation. So you can keep these questions to start a conversation with someone. Maybe bring them to the practice on the Verbling website. There's conversation groups, and you can pose these questions. So thanks so much for coming, and I hope to see you in more of my classes.
Thank you so much.
You're
Okay,
welcome.
Thank
thank
you
you.
so much. Bye,
Bye.
Bye.
everyone.
Bye bye.
Have a good day.
Thanks.